Hello ladies and gentlemen, Dark Yellow here. So today I just want to talk a little bit about Build Planner. Now if you know Build Planner, if you press G menu, you have the blocks that you can build, and you can basically either press middle button, drag the kind of box that you want over to Build Planner over here, or if you press plus, it will also add that block. Right click clears it, plus adds it. Now, how Build Planner works is if you look at this cargo entry, you press middle mouse button, it will draw that material from your cargo, or if you are using the inventory screen, you can use this button from right to left to transfer the material that you want from the cargo to your ship, to your personal inventory. So if we go over to this little platform I had built before, say for example I want a assembler and I want a refinery. Let's start with the small one, and an H2 blocks, H2, come on, H2, 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 and I lay down the blocks for and let's put, now as you can see I'm not really trying to be productive or how can I put it, effective on how I'm going to be managing this. So if I look at this specific block, you can see on the right hand side I've got components I need. If I right click, it goes into Build Planner, and that again is the blocks I need from my inventory to be actually able to finish. So I'm going to take this out and add all of this. As you can see, still not full. Let's grab more. Still need 51 computers, still not full. Let's press again. Now sometimes that happens, is especially if your cargo is spread out across a few things, that it will try to, did I build this one or this one? Probably built the wrong thing now. Yeah, did build the wrong thing now. And let's put the stuff in this one. I need those things. Go to components, draw it out of cargo. So as you can see, the personal inventory space was enough for me to build these two things. But if I look at this one, I at least need 1200 steel plate. So even if I go to my inventory and I want to draw it, it's full now, but I still only got this 300 steel plate. Now option B on that is actually, let me grab that again, is I can do the same transfer system by using a ship. So I've got my little welder ship, I change it over to ship itself. Actually, let's clear the ship. I want all the stuff out of it. So if I press this, deposit all ores, ingots and components, you can see it transfers to the right. And now if I press this one, only the things I need will come to the left. Now you might ask yourself, why do it that way? Now as you can see, this is a little eeny meeny bitsy ship, small, so it doesn't necessarily have the space for me to guess I need 2000 of that, 3000 of this. What I would prefer to do is transfer just the amount of stuff I need to be able to weld what I want to weld. So let's get close. One, let me make sure. and weld, weld, weld. So sometimes what we do as a faction, or as me as a player sometimes do, is the big leather back behind me. That thing has got 2 large cargoes. So yeah, you can pretty much put in what you would like in its cargo containers, and you pretty much could possibly weld most things. But using this little welder, I don't have the capacity to put in 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pieces of material and take the chance that I don't miss anything. And of course, you want to make sure that when you do upload anything to the welder to weld, that you have the right stuff in, that you don't have to go back and forth, back and forth. So as you saw, you can use Build Planner to transfer from your main stores, your main cargo deposit, to the welder itself. And for interest, if you are using a grinder, ship grinder, and any specific cargo material, ingots, material, ores would also be picked up by its welder and go into cargo. So if we go back, and dock with the ship, so as you saw quickly, I quickly showed 5 seconds ago that if we now go to our inventory and we look at the ship's inventory and we take it to this ship, there's the material I have just ground down, the blocks, they're components. Let me actually show you something different also. So let me get out, I want the refinery, and I add it to my build planner. Now if I go to my ship, right, so my little welder ship's cargo is on the right hand side, and I press, now you see cockpit welder is first and then cargo containers for the dark LB, and towards the bottom my ship should come up. Now if I happen to have, let's say, X amount of steel in the cockpit, up in the higher, the first list of material, if I do a transfer now, you can see it was taken from my own cockpit into my cargo storage. Now that's one risk you might have, is material that is on the right hand side that's already in your ship can also be transferred because of the build planner. So what I tend to do is I name every ship's cargo, every ship's component separately, so that when I use dark, you can see I limit it down to specifically this cargo for the LB. So when I do a transfer left to right, it transfers from cargo containers to cargo containers, that it's not going to skip or miss anything specifically. So again, my little welder's got stuff in it, I just want to dump it over. Now also what you'll see is 67600. If I press the deposit all, it will deposit from the first, from my ship to the first available cargo. If I, for example, very specifically want to sort things into specific cargo containers, I can, for example, search here cargo, steel plates. If you can see the name here, I say it's cargo, and then in the name itself, in order, steel plates. So I've got a specific place I can store it in. So again, if you name every one of your cargoes a specific way, that when you do cargo ingots, that cargo will come up. So let's say, for example, cargo ingots. See, that's the one that comes up. So I can transfer material very specifically from these containers into one specific spot or container on the right hand side. Let me mix it up a little bit. Got something there, let's put something there. Little welders, don't automatically transfer. Welder ships, power, rifles and ammo don't automatically transfer back and forth. So let's put a little bit something there, something there, something there. That's not going to transfer automatically. So you can see I've got stuff spread out a little bit across my ship, and I want to neaten it up. I want all of this stuff to go from this side to that side. Again, I've got the specific cargo I want to transfer it to. I press deposit all ores, and it went across. But very specifically, things in the refinery doesn't transfer, doesn't automatically draw it that way. And also very specifically, it actually didn't transfer these tools from left to right. That's actually what it also was complaining about. And material, for example, uranium, as you can see, small reactor, 2.5. Let me just transfer, let's say 1000, and small reactor you see is down to 2.5, so it's drawing ingots across. So one thing again to be actually careful of is that your reactors, you will empty them out. So again, 1000, control shift mouse to transfer in thousands. So let's say small reactor, can't remember if there's a reactor on the welder. Don't think so. One way, yeah, there's no reactor on. So one way, for example, to be careful is you can say cargo, and then from, so we had 675, transfer everything, still 675, and as I said, welders actually don't transfer. Welders, rifles, ammo, and power kits, they don't transfer. So you can also limit from left to right what is going to go across. Another thing I can show you, build planner. Let's just grab some. Sorry, I want just to grab this one. 25 steel plates. Now if you see on the bottom, add selected components to production queue, and we've got add components from build planner to production queue. So if I press this button, my production will start up producing steel plates. Now I could also produce in production from here. I could also go say light armor. I can click it and it runs super fast on this ship, or you could specify any large block grids is the first one, small grids is the second one, specific material is this one. Again, same thing, control shift in thousands, just shift is in hundreds, control is tens, or press once and you get one added to your queue. Tools, and this one specifically on the bottom is your build planner. Now up until I go to my personal inventory and I transfer this out, the build planner should actually clear. Let's see, build planner, yeah, it cleared. Production, build planner, yeah, build planner is clear now, and it's producing that steel plate. So again, build planner is now clear. If I add selected components to my build queue, it basically adds it. If I now want to transfer to steel plates, I can transfer left to right. Again, build planner to go. This one, if you for example have something, and remember I'm actually in a cockpit, so if I for example have gravel, do I have gravel? Yes, I have, no, not the cobalt, gravel. and I want to dump this gravel out the window. You can do it here, and as you can see, there's the gravel outside my window. I want to transfer it specifically where the gravel is. Same thing again. What else? I think that's about it for inventory systems. Same thing again, if you dump it, if you've got anything that you want to dump from your inventory, you can use this one here. I'm not going to be accessing that ones, those ones. Another thing that I could mention is that if you have your build planner active and you've got specific things in your queue and your power or oxygen is running short, get in a cockpit. If your cockpit is piped, you can also collect the items directly to you as a person through your piped cockpits, and you're getting your oxygen and energy up. So that was ingots, I think. Yes. And store it. As you can see, we actually ran out of steel, I believe. And as I said before, assemblers don't transfer automatically from right to left. Production, right click, clear. Need to do some mining on this guy. So ladies and gentlemen, production 1, production 2, clear. So if you have got any questions, anything that you would like to know, anything that you need to ask me, feel free to write in the comments to ask my help, ask anything I need to prepare or specifically help you guys with. Thank you everybody. Have a wonderful time.